Welcome to the September version of Fun Activities in 5. This is a series where I'm going to introduce you or remind you about a fun activity to do in your language classroom in under 5 minutes. Today we are going to be talking about a glyph, and I'm going to insert a picture right here so you can kind of see what a glyph is. But basically a glyph is an image that you have divided into smaller pieces. So you can like a puzzle. So each puzzle of a glyph is represented by a number, and that number can correspond to many things. The examples that I'm showing you right now, the glyphs correspond to prompts or to questions with a different set of answer options. Each answer option is a color to color in that piece of the puzzle. When a glyph is done, you have a lot of things you can do with it. If you're using it as a right answer, then it's a pretty easy way for you to be able to see what is and isn't correct, because you're looking for number 1 to be green, or you're looking for number 12 to be purple. But you could also do glyphs like this one in a way where you are showing preferences. So this particular glyph I do as a back to school, get to know you community building activity. And when I do it that way, I am looking to be able to get to know students. So question number 1, for example, is what is your favorite color? So number 1 is going to be colored purple, blue, or red, depending on their favorite color of those 3 options. And as you go through those prompts, like what's your favorite sport? What time do you wake up for school? What's your favorite food? Those kind of things, you're seeing students express their preferences. One thing that I love about a glyph that is this style, where you are taking preferences instead of right or wrong answers, those also have a place. But with community building, when you are looking for preferences, you can take these glyphs when they are done and turn them into a scaffolded gallery walk activity for students to compare and contrast, for students to find someone similar to them, for students to find someone different than them. You can use these and take 5 or 6 or however many and do a class counting activity. How many people like the color blue? How many people like the color red? What color is the most popular of these students in our class? What is the difference between red and blue? Or other activities. It's a great way for students to get to know each other, and it's a great way for you to take something in the target language that is simple yet powerful for students to be able to stay in the target language while they are doing a community building activity. Now, this particular activity that I use for back to school to get to know you community build for my students, I do in all the levels of my classroom, which is level 1, level 2, level 3. And you might say like, oh, how could you possibly do this in level 1? I make it very scaffolded. I use things like emojis and gestures and pictures to help students know what the prompt is and what the answer options are, because I want my students to be able to do things in the target language. I don't necessarily want to sacrifice those first week or 2 of school for my students to not be in Spanish and not practice being in Spanish, when that's going to be the goal of my classroom, is to keep students in the target language. And if you have an upper level classroom, level 2, level 3, level 4, etc., you could always make the prompts, like you could adjust them and make them a little more higher level. But even if you use these same prompts, it's a great way for your students to be able to expand on their answers. We have 12 people that like the color blue and 4 that like the color red. Why do you think blue is a more popular color? Why do you, oh, because it's a school color. Awesome. Because a lot of people in here are on the cheerleading team, and that's the color of their uniforms. Because we love walking outside and seeing a clear blue sky. And leveling up and expanding. So just because a glyph is a simple activity does not mean it's an activity that isn't made for upper level students or that can't be used in an upper level classroom. I look forward to seeing how you use glyphs in your classroom, both now and in the future, and I will see you next time.